Hey, Brian from Rechargeable. Today I have this portable bottle warmer. Definitely come in handy since we have a grandson. He's older now, but let's open this box up, see everything that we get inside. So there is a bunch of different things going on here. Close that box up. Okay, so it looks like this is the main body of the bottle warmer. So it has a bunch of different selections on here. So my delusion is as we go in, it's going to select the temperature that we're looking for. So that opens the top of that off. And then I guess there's a couple different size rings that we can use to put in there. Warm our bottle up. So yeah, a couple different, has these little silicone rubber gaskets in each one of them. Maybe reset that one down. I guess each one's a little bit different. Yeah, it looks like each one of them has a nice little seal to it on the inside. So that's great. So you get a bunch of different sizes there. Now let's open this up. Got the power cord to it. It doesn't come with a power block, however you can just plug it into basically anything that has a standard USB port to it. Laptop, a USB charger, power block from your cell phone. And then that is going to be, so 5 volts, 2 amps. So if you have a 1 amp charger, it's probably not going to work, so just look on the side of your charger. They usually say on the power block what amperage they are. That is a USB-C, so you can plug that in, and then it's kind of hard to see, but it's going to give you a bunch of different lights, and I guess it's blinking at 98 to let you know that it's working on bringing it up to temperature 104, 113, 122. So I believe the lights are going to go as we heat up, but let's take a closer look at the directions and see what it says. So you have the control panel, it has a fall mode, mode switch, power button mode switch. So that is basically all right there. And then you have another collar that's on top of that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different size collars that you can use. And depending on your size bottle, they're basically showing, if you can look from the overhead view. So you are basically taking a bottle, putting it on that. You're going to be inverting that, then locking that into place, and then turning it back this way. And then that heating element will help reheat, thaw, whatever you need done. And then you'll be able to see what temperature that we are at. And yeah, that's about everything. Just basic directions on troubleshooting, cleaning, everything else that you can do. But I like the fact that that is extremely portable. You can bring it on the road with you in your diaper bag, and then you can use it to heat up on the go with your little USB cord. Anyway, let me go grab a bottle. We'll fill it up with some water for demonstration purposes, plug it in, and show you, how it heats and how accurate some of those temperature readings are. Anyway, stay tuned. Okay, and we're back, and I have a baby bottle about half full with water. Phillips Advent are the bottles that we like to use in the plastic or the glass, and that will fit this without one of the included adapters. One thing I did notice when I was moving all these adapters around, that the silicone seals like to pop out on a couple of these, so definitely make sure that you have the silicone seal in place. This has one at the base already attached. So what you do is you basically turn this upside down, you turn it in, we screw it in so it's nice and tight and secure, and then you plug it in, and that will charge and that will start charging, and you can tell how much charge you have because you have the green, and all the way at the top is basically going to tell you that it's almost full. It's blinking, which means that it's charging. So to turn it on, you basically hold the button in for a quick second, and then you can click the buttons to what temperature that you're looking for. So 98, let's go for 104, so that's a second level down, so you can see that green button. And the great thing about it is it's portable, so once this is charged, you don't need to keep charging it. It will keep working on its own, So it is like completely portable, and you're able to bring that on the road with you. So that's pretty neat. And I like that it has the red button on there, and that will let you know that it is on and it is heating, which is pretty neat. And like I said, if you have access to a energy source, you can plug it into like your laptop or your desktop so you can keep it fully charged. But if you're out on the road, if you're out on a hike or something with the little one, you can heat the bottle up just with this. And it does heat up pretty quick, and it's kind of hard to see, especially on the plastic bottles, but it does have some of the little micro bubbles that are starting to appear on the bottom, basically of the hot plate that it is heating. And what we can do is we'll put the temperature gauge on it. And this was refrigerated water, so it was on the cold side. So even if you have like frozen formula or breast milk that you bring with you, know that you can take it out of like a cooler or an ice pack or whatever you have it packed in, pull it out, and it will dethaw and it will heat up. So right now you can see it's right around 66 degrees. And again, like I said, this refrigerated water is probably around like 34, 35 degrees to start off with. So it is heating up rather quickly. And again, we're just going to kind of like let that sit there and let that get going. And we'll see about how long it takes to, bring up to that 104 degree temperature. And the outside, you can feel getting a little on the warm side, but it's not, it's not hot to the touch or anything. And right now, internal temperature, like I said, it's probably about 67, approaching 68 degrees. So yeah, that's 68. So it's heating up pretty quick. All right, so let's let this hang out and we'll see how it does. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are actually up the temperature. It went up to the 104 and it made like a beep beep sound to kind of let you know that it was at temperature. I just basically brought it down to 98, back up to 104. Hopefully while we're reviewing this, it will beep again so you can kind of hear there. So it went off again. So that lets you know that it's at 104 degrees and it will keep that bottle temperature. And it's kind of hard to see, but like put it on the inside. I mean, it's registering at, in the, between 79 and 80 degrees roughly. So, but that's going through the bottle into that. But when you feel it, I mean, it feels warm to the touch. So what we can do is we can flip it upside down and then we are ready to go. And like I said, you can, so putting the temp gauge in here. So if you look overhead, let me see if I get a better view of that. So again, it is shining through the bottle, but we're getting 89, 90 degrees. So I mean, that's a pretty close, and that does feel closer to probably about 100 degrees. So we can flip this back over. So we'll put it back up to 113 degrees. And like I said, if you put your hand out, you can definitely feel that is a lot warmer. And then by shining the light down through there, so it is heating up and it is showing that the element is like over 80 degrees. So I mean, that's a pretty good representation of what it's going to do. And I love the fact that it's basically cordless. So once you have this charged up, you're going to be able to get more than a few more bottles out of this. So you can get out there on the road, make sure everything gets done. And it heated the water up to 104 degrees in probably about like 5 minutes. I mean, it was actually really fast. And again, this is half a bottle. And it was refrigerated cold water, like 34 to 35 degrees, somewhere in that range. So it actually did a great job in heating. And yeah, like I said, we're going up to 113 degrees, and you can really feel a significant temperature difference just by holding the bottle. And the base, like I said, is cool to the touch. And the bottle is getting a little on the warm side because it's got basically 100 degree water on the inside. And like I said, if you need to, the first time you get somewhere that you can get a charge up, I mean, that's great. You just plug it in and it'll start charging. Keep that battery up to its level that you need it, and then you're on the go. Great, like especially if you're like on a airplane and you gotta heat your bottle up or something like that. You're good to go. And travel. anywhere. On a long road trip, you don't have to worry about stopping somewhere to heat your bottles up. You can do that right in basically your cup holder. So that's pretty awesome. And like I said, you can make it totally cordless, and you're good for more than a few bottle warm-ups. Anyhow, Brian from Rechargeable Hall, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.